Okay, so you've tried all the diets. You've been told to eat less and move more, cut out carbs, and track every single calorie. You've had those moments of victory followed by the crushing weight of regaining it all. But what if the secret to losing weight for good isn't about more rules or more restrictions? What if it's not about what you need to cut out, but about focusing on just one positive thing? In this video, we're cutting through the noise. We're going to ignore the facts and conflicting advice and look at what decades of science say is the single most powerful habit for losing fat, and more importantly, keeping it off for good. Let's be honest, the traditional diet-only approach to weight loss is broken. A huge number of people who lose weight gain it back. Some studies say that number is as high as 80%. And it's not because of a lack of willpower, it's a flaw in the system. Most diets are built on a foundation of harsh restriction. You slash your calories, and for a little while, it works. The number on the scale goes down, but your body, in the background, is fighting back. It sees this fast drop in weight as a famine and flips on its survival switches. First, your metabolism starts to slow down. Your body gets more efficient, learning to operate on fewer calories. This is called metabolic adaptation, and it's your body hitting the emergency brake. It's designed to save you from starvation, but when you're trying to lose weight, it means you have to eat less and less just to see the same results. Second, this process often makes you lose precious metabolically active muscle. Muscle is your body's calorie-burning engine. When you lose it, your resting metabolic rate, the number of calories you burn just existing, takes a major hit. So when you finally stop dieting and go back to normal eating, that slower metabolism and lower muscle mass create the perfect storm for gaining weight back fast. This is the cycle of frustration millions are stuck in. You feel deprived, your hormones are working against you, and your metabolism is compromised. It's why just eating less is almost never a permanent fix. So if extreme dieting is a trap, what's the real answer? It all comes down to a shift in focus. Instead of pouring all of our energy into the negatives, what to restrict, what to avoid, the science points overwhelmingly to a positive, a single powerful habit that we need to add. This isn't just another tip. This is the keystone habit that makes every other part of managing your weight easier. It directly tackles the biggest flaws of diet-only approaches. It protects your metabolism, helps you reshape your body, and even gets your mind in the game for long-term success. For years, researchers have been studying the small percentage of people who lose weight and actually keep it off, looking for the secret. And while their methods differ, one habit shows up so consistently that it's considered the cornerstone of lasting success. The single most powerful habit for sustainable weight loss is consistent physical activity. Now, before you click away thinking, obviously, I knew that, it's critical to understand we aren't just talking about working out more. We're talking about a strategic approach to movement that changes the entire weight loss game. This isn't just about burning a few hundred calories. It's about making your body resistant to regaining weight. When you look at the data, the difference is huge. A systematic review of studies found that combining diet with exercise leads to much greater and more sustained weight loss than dieting alone. But the real magic isn't just about dropping the pounds, it's about what happens after. The why is what makes this the one habit you have to prioritize. Let's break down the 3 scientific reasons that make physical activity so uniquely powerful. First is the synergy effect. Exercise and diet aren't just an A plus B combination. They are a team that makes each other stronger. Studies show that while exercise alone might lead to modest weight loss, pairing it with a sensible diet dramatically amplifies the results. This partnership creates a metabolic environment where your body is ready to burn fat for fuel while protecting your muscle. The second and maybe most important reason is the preservation of muscle and metabolic rate. This is where physical activity, especially strength training, becomes your best defense against weight regain. When you lose weight by dieting alone, a good chunk of that loss can come from muscle, which is a metabolic disaster. Strength training acts like a shield for your muscles. Lifting weights at least twice a week sends a signal to your body to hold on to and even build lean muscle while you're eating in a calorie deficit. This is crucial because keeping your muscle mass prevents that big drop in your resting metabolic rate that usually comes with weight loss. You aren't just losing weight, you're changing your body's composition to be more resilient, effectively future-proofing your metabolism. The third reason is the incredible effect on long-term maintenance. Here, the evidence is undeniable. One study tracked people for a year after they lost weight. The non-exercisers regained a lot of weight, especially the harmful visceral fat around their organs. But the groups who did either aerobic or resistance training, even as little as 80 minutes a week, regained significantly less weight, and importantly, they did not regain visceral fat. Okay, if this breakdown is helping you see weight loss in a new light, do me a favor and hit the like button. It tells the algorithm this is good information and helps more people get out of that frustrating diet cycle. The most compelling proof comes from the National Weight Control Registry. This is a massive long-term study of over 10,000 people who have lost at least 30 pounds and kept it off for over a year. On average, members lost 66 pounds and maintained it for more than 5 years. By studying these long-term winners, researchers found common behaviors that fueled their success. The most consistent finding? 94% of members increase their physical activity to lose weight, and the vast majority keep exercising to maintain it. But here's the key detail many people miss. Nearly all members also report that changing their diet was a critical part of their success. It's the combination that works. The most common activity is walking, but the secret sauce is consistency, with many members getting about an hour of moderate activity a day. It's not about extreme workouts, it's about making movement a non-negotiable part of daily life. While diet is essential for weight loss, the data strongly suggests the high levels of physical activity are key differentiators for who keeps the weight off. So how do you make this work in real life? The goal is to be strategic, not extreme. The U.S. Department of Health and Human Services recommends at least 150 minutes of moderate intensity aerobic activity per week. That's just 30 minutes of brisk walking 5 days a week. But to really tap into the science, you need to add strength training. Aim for at least 2 sessions a week that hit all your major muscle groups. You don't have to become a bodybuilder. You can use dumbbells, resistance bands, or even just your body weight. The goal is to stimulate your muscles and protect your metabolism. The secret to making it stick is to build the habit, not just force the workout. Start small. If 150 minutes sounds impossible, start with 75. If a long walk is too much, start with 15 minutes. Try habit stacking. Link your new exercise habit to one you already have. For example, right after I brush my teeth, I'll put on my workout clothes. And remember, this isn't a magic wand that lets you ignore what you eat. That synergy is everything. You pair this foundational habit of activity with a mindful approach to eating, focusing on nutrient-dense foods, managing portions, and limiting processed junk. When you focus on building the activity habit, you create a positive feedback loop. You have more energy, your mood will get better, and you'll find yourself naturally wanting to make healthier food choices. For years, we've been told that weight loss is all about deprivation, but the science tells a different story. It shows that while creating a calorie deficit is necessary, the most powerful strategy for losing weight and keeping it off for good involves a partnership. While mindful eating, sleep, and stress management are all important, Regular physical activity, especially a mix of cardio and strength training, is the foundational keystone that holds it all together. It protects your metabolism, preserves your muscles, and is one of the single biggest predictors of who succeeds in the long run. Forget the fads. If you want to finally break free from the cycle of losing and regaining, focus your energy on building one unshakable habit. Make moving your body a non-negotiable part of your life. Start small, stay consistent, and let science do the work for you. Thank you for watching. I hope this helps simplify a really confusing topic. What's been your experience with physical activity and weight loss? Share your story in the comments below. I love to read it. And if you want more science-backed, no-nonsense content like this, make sure you subscribe.